Hello and welcome back to Pihoa Network, where we delve into the post-independence history of Africa, one country at a time. I am your host, Lillian Wambura. Today, we are exploring a nation often referred to as the gift of the Nile, Egypt. Egypt is a transcontinental country straddling Africa and Asia. It is situated in the northeastern corner of Africa, bordering the Mediterranean Sea to the north and the Gulf of Suez, the Gulf of Aqaba, and the Red Sea in the east. The eastern portion of Egypt, the Sinai Peninsula, is situated in western Asia. To the south, Egypt borders Sudan, and to the west is Libya. At the behest of French influence, the Suez Canal was constructed and launched in 1869, connecting Mediterranean and Red Seas. Later, in 1882, Ottoman Egypt came under British occupation. A condominium, Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, was also established in 1899 to administer Sudan. During the First World War, the Ottoman Empire sided with the Central Powers. This caused a pro-British Khedive, Hussein Kamel, to be installed. Egypt then became a British protectorate from 1914 until its unilateral declaration of independence on 22 February 1922. Following independence, the Sultanate, which had been destroyed under Ottoman rule, was restored. The status of Sultan of Egypt was changed to King of Egypt. King Fuad ruled Egypt until death in 1936 and was succeeded by his son, Pharaohs. Opposition to British influence mounted. An Anglo-Egyptian treaty signed in 1936 required withdrawal of British troops from Egypt except along Suez Canal. A new conflict followed with the establishment of Israel in 1948. An aftermath of the First Arab-Israeli War of 1948 was the 1952 Egyptian Revolution by the Free Officers Movement. This group of army officers, led by Mohammed Naguib and Gamal Abdel Nasser, overthrew King Pharaohs. Republic of Egypt was born, embracing Arab nationalism against conservative monarchists. Naguib was sworn in as the first president. Later, a power struggle between Nasser and Naguib led to Naguib's resignation in 1954. Nasser took over as president and nationalized the Suez Canal, leading to the Suez Crisis. Israel, Britain, and France invaded Egypt in 1956, prompting the Second Arab-Israeli War. Their intention was to depose Nasser. British and France were humiliated by the closure of the Suez Canal. Nasser also got Soviet funding to construct the Aswani hideout. With his newfound popularity, Nasser went ahead to seek pan-Arab unity and forming United Arab Republic with Syria. An alignment advocate, he aided liberation movements in Africa and the Arab world. Following his election for a second presidential term in 1965, Nasser was instrumental in a 1967 Third Arab-Israel War. This followed a breakdown of the 1949 Armistice Agreement after the First Arab-Israeli War. Once again, Nasser closed the canal. Israel was once again compelled to make peace with its Arab neighbors. Nasser resigned but was persuaded to return to the presidency due to public demand and launched a war to regain Israeli-occupied Sinai Peninsula. In 1970, Nasser died of heart attack and was succeeded by Anwar Sadat. Sadat's rule shifted from Nasirism and installed a multi-party system. He also brought economic liberalization. In 1973, Sadat led Egypt in the Yom Kippur War to regain the Sinai Peninsula, acquiring a hero status in the wider Arab world. He reopened the Suez Canal after 8 years of closure. A 1978 Camp David Accords signed between Sadat of Egypt and Menachem Begin, Prime Minister of Israel, won the two a Nobel Peace Prize. Although the treaty resolved the Sinai issue, it led to Egypt's suspension from the Arab League in 1979. Sadat was subsequently assassinated in October 1981 and replaced by Hosni Mubarak. The new leader focused on improving relations with Israel, the Arab world, and superpowers, especially United States. Through rapprochement with Saudi Arabia, a peace plan was put forward in 1982 in which Israel was to allow a Palestinian state in resolving conflict with the Arab world. Meanwhile, the Islamic Republic of Iran made claims to be the leaders of Islamic world since 1979. The Arab world therefore looked towards Egypt for leadership. Egypt made peace with Palestine and was readmitted to the Arab League in 1989. Under Mubarak, focus was made on housing, clothing, furniture, and medication, while maintaining non-alignment policy. He also expanded state security and central security force. Mubarak's anti-Islamic fundamentalism and diplomacy towards Israel made him a target of assassination attempts. Egypt joined the Allied coalition during the 1991 Gulf War. This enhanced its position in the Arab world and drew financial benefits to the government. Mubarak also spoke out against the 2003 invasion of Iraq. His rule faced ultimate test during the Arab Spring. Protesters took to the streets in 2011 demanding his resignation. He quietly left power in February 2011. Mohammed Tantawi took over from Mubarak and led until the inauguration of Mohamed Morsi in June 2012. Morsi was ousted by General Abdel Fattah el-Sisi following a protest in June 2013 after failing to build a consensus. The military asked for a mandate to crack down on terrorism. President Sisi was sworn in following elections in March 2014. He has called for reforms including modernization of Islam and reached out to the Christian community. He has also improved Egyptian relations with the Hindu community. Egyptian post-independence history revolves around the Suez Canal and existence of Israel, whereas the Suez Canal is viewed as an international trade artery. It is the source of foreign influence. Israel, on the other hand, is contested by Arabs and Muslims at large due to the Palestinian issue. Egypt flourished as an early civilization courtesy of the Nile River. It is truly a gift of the Nile. Thank you for watching Pharaohs Network. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment to keep Pharaohs Network alive. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the history of Africa with Pharaohs Network. Thank you.